Welcome back to the Results Roundtable. It's you and I. We get a chance to have a conversation every month. And I can't even begin to tell you how honored I am and how excited I am. So many people are sharing the Results Roundtable with their teams, sharing it with their friends and family. What a great gift you give me to have the ability to share information to help families and businesses grow. What are we going to talk about this section? We're going to talk about the 37 befores in leaders. Yeah, what do you have to do before you become a better leader? What is the attitude that you have to have before you become a better leader? What are the choices you have to make before you earn that leadership opportunity to inspire, engage, and create transformation in people that are depending on you? Leaders become leaders for many different reasons, as we have touched on, but many times people become leaders due to the influences around them and the exposure that they have when they're young. They develop leadership traits by following the example they see every day. Being around that environment, sometimes it's simply social interaction that develops these traits. And some individuals, like you, choose to run with that. But so many choose to run away from it. To me, this is where it all begins. And you can learn a lot about a person by simply talking about their upbringing, their early childhood. It's a distinctive advantage and truly a blessing if you had it, because not everybody did have it. Some people grew up in environments that inspired them. Some people grew up in environments that was very negative, that also they chose to be inspired by. Everybody grows up in a different environment. Learning leadership by watching it firsthand is worth its weight in gold, either by the way people do it right or by the way they do it wrong. If you pay attention, it's worth its weight in gold if you're wanting to learn from it. And the only downside, though, the only downside to that way is the old school method of leadership doesn't always gel in today's environment. I think we can agree upon that. You have to know how to evolve. That's where you have to ask yourself this very important question. What exactly is a strong, adaptive, and thought-out leader look like for you? For you. If somebody came up to you and asked you for that definition, what would you say? If you pick up Webster's dictionary and look up leadership, it will tell you something very simple, very simple. And that is leadership, the act or instant of leading, the power or ability to lead others. People. Very interesting, isn't it? So let's begin by having a bit of enlightenment in your life. Let's revisit some of the most powerful befores that can inspire leadership to see a way that only can be found by looking at the 37 befores and asking yourself this question. As you write down the 37 befores, I want you to take out your Results Roundtable journal, and I want you to, more importantly, is when you write down the 37 befores, I want you to write down each 37 before, and next to it, I want you to write, give yourself a number. 1 being not good, 10 being you're lying to yourself. Nobody's really that good, okay? I want you to score yourself. And at the end of this program, I want you to total that up. 37, add up each number. You've got your total number. Divide by 37. You have now what? Your average. If your average is a 4, what a wake-up call this program can bring to your light and your life and your opportunity for leadership. If it's a 6, make it a 7. but you're also going to see specific areas where you need to improve. Because there are sometimes few things that make big differences. So let's look for both the average, but let's also identify the few that's for you. You ready? All right, get your results roundtable journal out. Number one, before you can lead, you need to learn to disagree without being disagreeable. Now, some of you going, what? Okay, this program has the ability to really begin your thought process, meaning it moves into the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind begins to work on the conscious mind. So this program, you will go over the 37s over and over, because each time you review them, they will have a different light for you. But number one is, before you can lead, you need to learn to disagree without being what? Disagreeable. Very important, 1 to 10. But 1, if you're a 1, that means you're really, really bad. If you're a 10, I think you're lying to yourself. Give yourself a number right now. Number 2, before you can lead, you must understand no progress is made by being offended. I think that says it very well. Number 3, we got to go quickly because there's 37 of them. Before you can lead, you must understand that the relationship is more important than the issues. Your ability to get above the issues and understand what the priorities are, relationship, allows you to stay and keep your emotion in a platform that strengthens leadership and all those depending on you. Number 4, before you can lead, you must always accept responsibilities for those misunderstandings. Be stronger than the emotion that comes from misunderstandings. Be responsible so others can learn from you. Number 5, before you can lead, you must understand the power of stopping the talk when someone stops listening. If somebody just stops listening to you, stop talking. Why are you talking? They're not listening. So who's really listening? You. Leaders understand the difference between that. Number 6, before you can lead, you must learn to ask more questions than you make statements. The greatest leaders, I coach leaders, which I'm doing for you. Leaders have to have good questions. Your job is to create better questions. It's their job to find the answers. The better questions, better answers. Drive the questions up, drive your people forward. Number 7, before you can lead to the next level, you have to lead yourself towards growth and education. It's okay to take a vacation. It's not okay to take one for a year when it comes to growing. The harder you're on yourself, the easier life gets on you. The easier you are on yourself, the harder life gets on you. Leadership is understanding the principle of growth through education. Number 8, before you can lead, you must be able to believe in yourself. How can you get others to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself? How can you believe in others truly when in essence you doubt yourself? Not possible. Number 9, before you can lead, you must be able to trust others. If I asked you right now, say you had 30 people on your team, and I said on a scale of 1 to 10, as an average, how do you trust others? 1 being bad, 10 being too good. I've had leaders say 3 or 4. Breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. How can you lead if you can't trust? And the back door is, if you don't trust them, you don't trust yourself. Before you can lead, you must be able to trust others. We all make mistakes. Don't make the biggest mistake you'll ever make in life, and that's having an individual take away your ability to trust. Number 10, before you can lead, you must be able to understand loyalty is the goal, not employment. Loyalty is the goal, not employment. Anybody can pay for a job. Loyalty comes from what? Making a difference in a life. Number 11, before you can lead, you must never lower the bar. Can't say that anymore. Oh, don't ever do that. You lower the bar. It says, whoa, lower the bar. Be easier on them. Really? If you lower the bar, you just told them you don't believe in them? Number 12, before you can lead, you must be willing to forgive. I got a question to ask you. How can I forgive you when you won't forgive me? 13, before you can lead, you must not walk alone. Great leaders know one thing. We don't walk alone. We have those that are ahead of us. I mean, if you're the smartest one in the group, it's time to upgrade. Get people around you smarter than you, and those that walk along with you, and those that are inspired because of you. Number 14, before you can lead, you must respect the fact that words have power. The power to inspire others, to breathe life into their opportunities and possibilities. I'm asking you as a leader, just don't give an excuse. Well, I just don't know how to communicate. I just don't say things well. Really? Learn how to. Number 15. Oh, I love these. I know they're going to go by so fast. Before you can lead, you must learn to fail without feeling like a failure. We all mess up. We all fail. How do you move forward from it? If you feel like a failure, you'll stay in the past. I always say, failures, I always say, I talk to myself a lot when it comes to these situations where I always say, I never see failure as failure, but only as an opportunity to develop my techniques and perfect my performance. I don't know where these came from, but these are things that I say to myself that move me forward from it. Another one I always say is, I never see failure as failure, but only as an opportunity to develop my sense of humor. I mean, think about it. I can be in stitches most of the day. Whoever gave those to me, I thank them. I just don't know how or where these things came from. But I give them to you to share. Learn to not be comfortable with failure. It's what you learn that makes the difference from the action that you made. Number 16, before you can lead, you must know your strengths and weaknesses. I love this one. See, here's the key. Respect your weakness. Respect it. Engage your strengths. See, too many people say, I'm going to take my weakness and I'm going to turn it into a strength. You know, all you end up with is a stronger weakness. Respect your weakness. Focus on your strengths. Grow your strengths. It is what you're best at. Number 17, before you can lead, you must have a vision. Do you have a vision? Do you know where you're going? Number 18, before you can lead, you must be willing to confront conflict. If you're not good with handling negativity, you're not a good leader. You have to be able to confront it on its time, because then you control it from allowing it to come on to your time. Number 19, before you can lead, you must be willing to take calculated risks. Don't wing it. Think it through. Number 20, before you can lead, you must understand financials. I'm just not good with numbers. How's that working for you? I don't know how to read a financial report. How's that working for you? Before you lead, you have to understand numbers. You need to understand financials. Last time I checked, you're a leader because you have proven to be able to be a student. You can learn. Choose to learn in that category. 21, before you can lead, you must be coachable. I always laugh. They go, well, I'm coachable. Do you have a coach? No, I've never had a coach. Well, then you're not coachable. Before you can lead, you must be coachable. Are you really coachable today? I mean, be honest. Look in the mirror and say, are you coachable? 1 to 10, 1 being not very good, 10 being you're lying to yourself. Where are you? Each one of these, score yourself, because you're going to total them up at the end and then divide by 37, and that's your average. But there are some of these you need to highlight. That's the one right there. There's a few that make all the difference. Find a few within your 37. 22. Number 22. Before you can lead, you must be willing to hear, not just listen. Boy, do I talk about that a lot. Number 23. Before you can lead, work harder on yourself than you do your company. If you go back to growing, so does your company. If you change, so does all things change. 24. Before you can lead, you must have faith in people. Trust is one thing. Faith is everything. Don't let anybody steal the ability for you to have faith in people. Number 25, before you can lead, you must be able to forgive and forget. Greatest individual in life sometimes is a human being that has a short memory. 26, before you can lead, you must put your people in a position where they succeed, not in a position of your need. Too often we hire people to fill our needs. Your job is to put people in positions where they succeed. If you do that, all things become better. Number 27, before you can lead, you must respect the rule that if you can't change the people, you got that part? Then you must what? Change the people. If you can't change people, change people. Number 28, before you can lead, you must be willing to join a group of leaders smarter than you. Are you part of a group? Are you around people like that? Being part of the results roundtable tells me right now on 28, you're a pretty high number. That's a good number for you. 29, before you can lead, you must accept that your job isn't to bring good out of bad. No, it's not. You can't bring good out of bad. That causes leadership to go wrong. But to bring the best out of good. How well are you doing on that? Are you paying more attention to what's the problem and trying to fix it? Or are you inspired in what's good and making it great? Number 30, before you can lead, you must have transformation point between work and home. That means before you can lead, there has to be a point between your work and your home that you turn off your focus to the different direction. At that point, I'm focused on preparing to go home. At this point, I'm focused on entering my business. Transformation point between work and home. 31, before you can lead, you must know how to bring fun into what they do. Life is too short not to be happy, and life is too long not to figure that out. Life is too short not to have fun. Life is way too long not to figure that out. And 32, before you can lead, you must develop a heart of a servant. Serve your community, serve your family, serve your callings, and watch how you serve, your heart will grow to lead. Number 33, before you can lead, you must be willing to do what's right. Not what's easy, not what needs to be done, but what is right. Number 34, before you can lead, you must be able to see what others cannot do. Stop asking people to do what they can't do. Ask them to do what they can do. Number 35, before you can lead, you must be willing to change. Yeah, it's people, oh, I'm willing to change. Really? Why don't you ask your spouse that one? See what grade she'll or he will give you. Number 36, before you can lead, your priorities must be in line with your values. Number 36, before you can lead, your priorities must be in line with your values. And 37, before you can lead, you must have a deep well when it comes to faith. It's time to go from what I say good to not just great, but to exceptional. I always refer to it's the best you've ever seen, the best you've ever felt. These are the 37 befores, are designed to stimulate your sense towards become an exceptional leader in every aspect of the word. It's your commitment to each of these points that will produce the results that you're looking for. Remind yourself that attention is a powerful resource that we all possess. Pay attention to all 37. Grade yourself properly and look for the few that's going to make all the difference for you. And it's one of our most valuable skills is the ability to pay attention to what matters so we can identify what counts. Practice these befores and you'll find yourself in a growing business in a positive environment that the market will reward you amazingly. And it's your words and actions that can move people forward and drive the final outcome. Welcome to the journey towards being an exceptional leader by understanding the 37 befores and making sure each quarter, each year, you go back through them and see how each one of those are beginning to be better because you're paying more attention to each one of them. Thank you for your time. I look forward for us to get together in our next Results Roundtable.